Hey guys, I'm back today with a new Minecraft video. This time I'll be showing you the second snapshot preview for week 7 of 2012. Now firstly, in this one I'm also going to be outlining quite a few bugs because this build doesn't have a lot of new features. So firstly, I'm up here at the old height limit, 128 blocks, as you can see by the Y value. Now, worlds can now be up to 256 blocks high. So that's much better. Now, the second thing is, if you're a specific distance away from mobs, villages, whatever, if you look down there, none of the villages are moving. So, yep. Next one. I'm just going to jump down from here because that's always fun. As you can see, they've started moving. Villagers can now have little baby villagers. Look at them. They're really funny when they run around. Look. Yay. Although the shadow is a bit too big for them. So there's another bug. Shadow is too big. And that I think also includes their collision box. Wait a second. Yep. So if you hit the height of a regular villager, you can still hit a baby villager. So their collision box is still too big. Next we have these new creations, redstone lamps. This is a great addition. Some people on multiplayer servers have been using what's called false book, which can turn glowstone into what's it called? Soul sand, and then back. That is effective if you've got a multiplayer bucket server with false book, but in the case of single player and now in multiplayer, you have these redstone lamps. So there are a few unusual ways these ones work. Oh, I have to open this up for the little dumb villagers that like to fall into holes. So, redstone signal for these goes through the first block into the second block, as you get with some. If I, for example, grab redstone here, lever here, glowstone here, in the same way that you can light up other contraptions with redstone. That was a bad example. Same works with redstone lamps. They are found here next to the enchantment table. Next is just that you can power them like that, but it doesn't power the next one. You can place redstone on redstone lamps, which is good. And then also this here shows how far the light signal actually travels if you're pointing directly at one block. Over here is a crazy contraption with one piece of redstone and one lever. There's nothing under here, just the redstone lamps. If I hit this one lever, it powers all these blocks. I don't know what kind of uses this would suit. Hang on. That's one more block. These ones wouldn't be lit. So there you go. Next, I'm just going to show off what's a good one. Right, so this is something I read on the bug list. When you have ladders, you can't place a block on top of it. But with vines, which are now actually usable, can be climbed, if you place stone on top of them, no more vines. So that's that. Next, a very useful thing for creative, although for some reason also happens in survival, in this pre-release. Light in caves stays on. So even if you're in a deep dark cave, that's 2 pistons there by the way, it stays light regardless of how deep you go. I'm just going to start digging in a random direction here. Oh, iron. Regardless of how deep you go. How deep am I? 33 blocks from bedrock. Ooh, abandoned mine shaft. Now, that's another thing to mention while I'm here. In this pre-release, there is another bug where regular caves don't generate. So if I quickly run through here, and through this gravel, you will notice there are no holes leading to caves, and that's it. Just a short abandoned mine shaft with nothing in it. Not even an interesting chest. I'm just going to fly back up here. Now, one of the other bug fixes, zombies can't break down iron doors anymore, which was a bug in last week's snapshot. Now, the sun is going down, and as you can see, the villagers are looking for homes. I'm just going to lock them out of my own room. They've all gone indoors because it's getting dark. Now I'm going to switch to hard so the zombies can show up, because we like the zombies. And I'll just stand back a bit. I'll give them time to show up. But as you can see, the village has gone awfully quiet. Hello, Spidey. Now, apparently all mobs have the improved AI, but Jeb and John haven't gone into specifics, although this pig likes running around in circles. What else do we have? A lot of multiplayer bugs with lighting, even though... Oh, there's a zombie. I hear doors opening and closing. It's very dangerous outside. What are you doing? So there's a zombie there. Oh, he's chasing a little villager over here. Of course, the little villager is slightly faster. As you can see, villagers run away from zombies. He's gone indoors. Skeleton just walked past. Again, very loud zombie hitting door sounds. Oh, that was smart. Yeah, just open the door. Hang on, I have to see this. What exactly are you? Zombies are invading the town. And that is one of the points in this snapshot, is that it can be very dangerous in villages. Wow. 5 villagers in there. Okay. Next, just while it's dark, where's this light coming from? Is there a torch in here or something? Yeah. Okay. Just making it darker near my own place. So what I've wired up here is my own little room with its own light. So, the way I've done this is just tower of redstone torches and the redstone that goes on top of that. So that's nice, and it I suppose it suits in with the wood. What else can I think of? So the new world height limit is up there with the redstone torches. Now I'm just going to fly up here. A little annoyance I have about how far you can see, especially when you're very high. So down here, you can see up to that point, around there. The higher I get, the closer my view distance gets. Now that's the top height limit. And you can go high enough to just have the sky, and that's the highest block. But that's a little ridiculous, that I can no longer see anything. And if people are going to be building, especially in creative mode like this, large structures that you want to see from a high... Wait a second. Well, there's another bug. You can place redstone as well as water and lava, which has been known for ages, on top of the highest allowable block limit. Yeah, but if people are going to try making large structures, and you're not going to be able to see the whole structure, regardless of whether it's day or night, because of that that darkness. So I'm just going to fall down again. It's a very small change list. I feel there was one more thing. Right, maps. Now I'm not sure if this was in a previous build or not, but maps do work. I'm just going to move away from all the zombies breaking down doors. I've noticed that if you hold a map in your hand and right-click a block, it drops it down like that. I don't know if it means you could modify your map by right-clicking on a specific block, or whether it's just of no importance, but I thought that was interesting. Another thing, talking about the redstone torches last week, how they kind of died out. Here's a little clock where if you have 3 redstone torches, you can try this in a previous version of Minecraft, it works perfectly. If you add a block of redstone without a repeater, you have an automatic clock. But the problem with the new torch dying is that you get this. 2 dead torches, 1 torch that's alive, and no response. Now if I disconnect that, it fixes it. I place it again. 2 torches die, and no more clock. Now of course, because the other style clocks don't use torches, they simply use repeaters. Let's see if I can remember how to make this. Oops. This kind of clock isn't affected by that change. I can run the 2 side by side. This one will continue without a problem. Bye, zombie. This clock died. So that's a little annoying. That was a very useful clock. I was only taught about it recently, but it's a great way of doing it, because you're not wasting 2 repeaters and... Oh right, when they start randomly repeatedly dying. Wonderful. Next, This is something that has annoyed me because I like the jungle trees, which you can see off in the distance there. I really don't call that far. Video settings, normal. If that's normal, then far should mean I can see all the way. Now, an annoyance I've had, and that's why there's this random jungle miniature tree here, is because I like the jungle trees and I would like to place one. However, apparently to have one, all you need are 4 saplings and some bone meal, but unless I'm doing it wrong, it has never worked for me. I can simply cut it down to a couple and then spawn one of these, but it doesn't work. I'm just going to quickly check the bug list. There doesn't seem to be anything else of great importance. The more houses you make in a village, as long as they have doors, the village will become more... Well, that's something new. I haven't seen that in a village before. Hang on. Do we have 2 houses in that style? I don't think we do. Well, I don't think I've ever seen one of the houses with double windows like that. Or is that just a new style for houses with the bookshelves in them? That'd be nice. Wouldn't know. But if you build yourself a village of houses, as long as they have walls, a roof, and a door, villagers will populate it. As long as you have 2 villages, of course. Now, I also mentioned last episode about, or last week's video about socializing villagers. All it is they stare at you, you stare back. Or they stare at another villager, which isn't exactly very interesting. But I suppose that's it for this week's, or week 7's Minecraft Snapshot. Be sure to tune in next week, or maybe during the weekend I might upload another video on something. I'm considering doing an adventure map soon. I think that'd be fun. Maybe a parkour one. If you've got any recommendations, do send me a message. Lastly, another thing I've noticed. See these sheep here? If I open my inventory, they don't move. If I pause... Wait, if I show my inventory, they move. If I pause the game, they don't move. Now, I remember specifically that when the inventory would be open, they would stop moving. So maybe it's a change in this build. Maybe it's a change in the previous build. But I thought that was also interesting. So, that's all for today. Be sure to like, comment, favorite, or share. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.